Hello, this is Adrienne with Ascension Soul Coaching. So I want to go over my prediction that I gave you all last week on Harry and Meghan. Last week I told you that there was going to be some issues with them reneging on some deals. There's going to be some deals and contracts and agreements broken. Well, I think I did that prediction back on August the 28th of 2020, 29th I think. And right after that we got the notification that they had actually worked out a deal with Netflix to earn about $175 million if they produce certain show and content for Netflix. But today, which is I think it's the 6th, 2020, which is Sunday, they have broken their contract and agreement with Invictus Games because they were working with Amazon to do a fundraiser to raise money for the Invictus Games, one of Harry's close at heart charities. And so because they have a Netflix deal, it's in conflict with the Amazon deal. They've had to break the deal with Amazon, which affects the charity Invictus Games. And the reason why they're doing it is because they need money. They just bought this home. They're not making the type of money consistently the way they want to. And this is a way that they can cinch a deal to pay the bills and start making money towards their own expenses, right? So they put themselves before the Invictus Games. And in my reading last time, I said they want people to think they're in it for charity, and maybe at some point it was, but now it's no longer their focus. Again, that's why they are not going to go forward with the Invictus Games Amazon deal. They're going to go with the Netflix deal that's going to make them personal income. That is their focus because they're so stressed out about how they're going to make money. They know their year probationary period with the Queen is coming to an end as of, I think, probably it's going to be December, but it's going to be in effect in March of 2021. So they're having to make money and they're having to make decisions that's personally influenced. So they need to make money, right? So I just wanted to just bring that up and let you know that reading was accurate. I didn't know it was the Invictus Games. I just know it was going to be charity. It was going to be something that they either broke a deal with something dealing with royalty, like with the Queen, or it was going to be deals they thought they were going to be able to do that now they cannot do, and there was money left on the table, and it had a lot to do with their house, and people are going to think that they're wishy-washy and not stable because they change their minds, and it affects so many people, and it hurts them, and it's eventually going to hurt, and it's starting to already. This is not the straw that broke the camel's back, but it's very close to it. The public opinion of them is going to lead to people not trusting them and not wanting to work with them in the future because they're money hungry, and it shows. I think I put a video out there on Elvis Presley, who had given an interview 1962, I believe, about being in the public eye. If you're going to be a public figure, there's things about you that you're going to have to suck up. And you give somebody your word, you especially for charities, that's been something you've been doing forever. And I'm talking about Prince Harry. Then you stick with it and you fight for that. You don't. That's why it's going to look like it's a money play, and people are not any longer going to believe that what they do has anything to do with charity. If they're going to go out and support or get behind a charity in the future, people are not going to see that for what it is. They're going to say it's just a money grab, publicity shot, or whatever. So. Just saying. So I'm going to read today on the Netflix deal. All of that to say this, and see what's going to happen with that. Is it going to be successful? Are they going to make the type of money from that deal that they think they're going to make, or not? Or even if they make the money, are the shows going to be as productive and successful as they would like them to be? So I'm going to do a reading on that. I'm going to let you see the cards. I'm going to start out. I'm going to start out with my Symbolism cards. I'm going to read you where Harry and Meghan are mentally and with their personalities right now and what's going on. And then I think I'm going to use the Haunted House deck to read what's going to happen with the show, the deal with Netflix. And then I'm going to use the Jesus deck to tell you what the Spirit is saying they need to do if they're going to be successful. Okay, so we got the Symbolism cards. This card is going to be for what Harry's thinking and what he's dealing with since they've gotten a Netflix deal. And this side is going to be Meghan. So, let's read. This is Harry's card. This is Meghan's card, and I'll show you the cards. This is Harry's card. It'll come close focus. Yep. Now, we've said this before. Harry's always feeling like he's in prison, behind bars. He's captive audience. He's captive. Meghan's got him caged in. He feels like a joker. He feels like a loser. He feels like nobody takes him serious, and he's behind bars. Right. And then we have, this one is Meghan. This is called The Family. See that? So, because I don't know all the real full meanings of the symbol on cards, I'm going to read them to you. This is regarding the Netflix deal that they're doing. So, the captive or imprisonment, this is Harry's card here. So the captive or imprisonment card, this is Harry. It says, at the moment you find yourself spiritually in a kind of prison. Something is keeping you there. Is it the decision you have made between responsibility and freedom? However, the fact remains that you are unable to make that decision. Whatever you choose, you lose. This is why the card says the impossibility of making this decision is intentional. You have to shake the bars long enough for a third thing to dawn on you. The door behind you leading to your cell was never locked. So, again, it says, this issue with him is it the decision to make between responsibility and freedom? And remember, he wanted freedom. But if you want that freedom and independence from your family, you're going to have to make money. And if you have to make money, it becomes, you lose your freedom. All of us do. All of us lose our freedom when we have to work for other people to make our money, right? And it's not dropping from the tree. So either your family was going to pay for your living and you do a couple of appearances to continue your funding for your living expenses, or you can hang out and make your own. Either or, you're trapped. Either or, you are in prison. You are enslaved to someone else. A Netflix deal is going to feel like prison to him. He's not an actor or producer. Okay, and then we got Meghan's card. Let's see. Her card says, regarding this Netflix deal, is the family. Let's read it. This is Meghan. It says, here again, something definite is indicated. The moon, that is, the whole range of your emotions, needs so much more comfort as a form of security. The Libra of a person, the zenith of the partnership between two people, wants to bind and tie, a bond that cannot simply be dissolved on a whim when times get tough. All in all, this card indicates the time for evasiveness, the time of maybe, the time of two-ness wanting unity. A third, a man and a woman, and a yes together form a family. Everything will be fine. So she's feeling that this deal with Netflix is going to bind. Well, I hear that they're saying they want it to be about family. She wants it to be about family. And she's thinking that because she has this deal talking about family, that it's going to bind her family closer together, her and Harry closer together. This is what she feels. This is the security she's looking for, the money she's looking for, and the closeness of being with Harry. It's going to define their relationship, and it's going to make them closer as a family. It says, the Libra of a person, the zenith of the partnership between two people, wants to bind and tie, a bond that cannot simply be dissolved on a whim when times get tough. So she sees that they're going through a tough time, but she wants them to become stronger. She feels like the struggle is going to make them stronger together, their relationship stronger. So all in all, this card indicates the time for evasiveness, the time of maybe, the time of two-ness wanting unity. A third, a man, and a woman, and a yes. Seems like four things to me. A third, a man, and a woman, and a yes together form a family. Everything will be fine. So this is what she's thinking. He feels like he's in prison. This deal is going to bind him up. He doesn't want to do this. And he wanted his freedom, but he's not. He's bound. He can't live his life the way he really wants to. He has to make money. And she's feeling like this Netflix deal is going to bind us together. We're going through all this together. We are going to be a family. This is going to make us fine. With money, this deal is going to bring us closer together, and it's going to make us tight family, a family unit, and we're never going anywhere. We're not going to break up ever. So, I don't know. To me, it looks like he's giving her something. He's handing her something. I was trying to see if it looked like more of her being more in control, but it's looked like she wants something from this deal. She wants something from him. She's expecting things to be given to her, and it's going to make whatever she's given, this acceptance of it, it's going to make them stronger. Oh, that's their personality. That's what they're thinking right now, just so you know. So then I'm going to go to the Haunted House Tarot, or Tarot of the Haunted House. And we're going to pull a few cards. And the question is, will the Netflix deal be successful? Will the Netflix deal with Harry and Meghan be successful? And we're going to pull out 6 cards. Yes. Okay. So, the first card is the 5 of Swords. Second card is the Lovers. The third card was the Empress. It was reversed. Fourth card was the Nine of Pentacles. That's the fourth card. The fifth card is the Knight of Rods. See that? And the sixth card was the Four of Swords. And it was reversed. Ba-dam. Okay, so let's get the reading. So the first card, this is the crutch of everything, is the Five of Swords. So there's a lot of conflict, a lot of backstabbing going on here. Jesus. And so it's like the maid trying to kill the maiden. And I don't know what the maiden is doing in the back, but there's a whole lot of backstabbing fighting going on here. People don't trust nobody. People are not. So, you know, we're talking about the Netflix deal. So there's a lot of backstabbing going on. Plotting in here going on right now. And then, but the story is about this love affair between Harry and Meghan, right? Their love story. That's what it's all supposed to be about. But there's somebody here. If you can see this person. And then it's a picture, but it's like someone is having sex with this person, but they're truly in love with someone else, watching them, jealous of them. Or either there's an affair going on. But I don't think that they're going to tell a story of an affair. They're going to tell a story of love and passion between the two of them. That's what they want the world to know. This is the story they're going to tell the world, and other people are jealous of them. But they're not being authentic. I told you before this was Empress, but no, it's the Priestess. I'm sorry. So this is intuition and being authentic, and you know, looking inward to self and, you know, intuition. But this is more being not authentic, you know, not really putting out what you really want to put out, your thoughts, your intuition is going against your intuition. But more than likely, it's for this story, we're talking about Netflix, is more being, not telling the truth, not being authentic in your story. Okay? But in the past, this woman, I'm going to say this is Meghan, had everything she wanted. She had everything. She got married to the prince, she got the money, she got the title. This is in the past. But it was all about her and what she wanted. She got everything she wanted. Kind of like when she got married. I mean, I know her hair wasn't like this, but the veil she had these little, the Commonwealth countries, symbols all over her veil. And this is like little buds or flower buds in her hair. To me, it reminds me a little bit of her veil. She had everything. The whole country loved her. They were at least tolerant, if not loving her. They were open to the idea of her being this princess for the UK. And that they want people to think that they are they're trying to project that they're ready to go, and this has been well plotted out, well thought out. But really, I mean, and it may have been the thought about leaving and making their own money and stuff, yes, but how they're going to get there, they don't know. It's still uncovering. The moon is still uncovering how their path forward. Excuse me, their path forward. But they're ready to go. Fires are lit. They really want this Netflix program to work. But this Four of Swords is reversed. In this time of reflection, this could be a time of reflection and thinking things over. But I think this is more of isolation. It's going to isolate them more and more and further from the public, from the royal family, and from people who used to like them. It's going not to be, like I said before, the ultimate thing that breaks them, but it's going to be another step towards the public turning them off and not really wanting to have anything to do with them. And this Netflix, it's gonna, when the story comes out the way that they put out, the things that they're trying to put out, Netflix is going to try to move itself away from Harry and Meghan. They're not going to want to be a part of the project. That's my prediction. Because they know it's not going to be authentic and true. And it's going to cause a lot of chaos. And I know a lot of news people or television, they love publicity. Any good publicity is good publicity. But this is going to be detrimental to Harry and Meghan. And Netflix is going to get the backlash of it. And so they're not going to want to push these projects. Not as Meghan wants to push it. The story is not authentic. It's not going to work. It's not going to be believable because too many people know their backstory. She's not going to be able to push off that they're just this love story. In a way, yeah, I guess more sexual, more charismatic, more passion, but it's not going to be an authentic story about them. So, and people are going to know it. So it's just not going to work. Wah, wah. Okay, so we're going to also just pull one more card from the Jesus deck. Just to figure out what does Meghan and Harry have to do to change the trajectory of their lives right now, the productions and the things that they want to do to make money, and to change the just actually really change how the public feels about them. Doesn't mean they're going to do it, but I'm going to ask the cards, what do they need to do? And then we got one card out. So the card is the trial. Is from the Jesus deck. So they're going to be put in public scrutiny. There's going to be a lot of scrutiny on them. And they're just going to, I think if this is a signifies Jesus in the story right before he was sentenced to death, I think that to be able to turn around their public opinion about them and for this Netflix story to work and they make money from it, Jesus, so it signifies to me service, right? You can't be about the money. You have to be about the service. And you have to be humble. See how he has his hands behind his back? And they're sitting there judging him. He's, humble. And he's about service. He never came. So if you're Christian or you anything about Christianity, he didn't come to bring. He could have done anything if he had the power he had. He could have made millions of money, right? Whatever it was back then, he could have done anything. Had all the power in the world to make money if he wanted it, but he didn't. He came to serve and give his life. And I think that the thing that Harry and Meghan had to do is to be able to serve humbly, and then the criticism and injustice or the judgment. And the criticism wouldn't be as fierce. You can always be judged. They judge Jesus, right? Okay? You can always be of best intentions and people still judge you, but you have to be humble. You have to know who you are. You have to stand firm in that. They're wishy-washy. They say they want to be servants, but they don't. And people are seeing through them. And so this is just saying, be humble. Give your life a service like you said you would. Don't the money will follow. All you want, really, the fame and stuff will follow from that. If you just because you're not seeking it, because you're doing the right thing. And I think maybe that's what this card is saying. So, and then the major arcana for 8 is strength. You're gonna have to tame these people. Actually, tame yourself. Be disciplined. Control yourself. Gain control of yourself. Not so you're not. You just do it to get notice and to get publicity and to get money, but control that ego that's inside of you. That's what they need to do, and then humble themselves. So that's my prediction for Harry and Meghan's Netflix deal. Not going to work. Not going to make the money they want. It's not going to be believable. It's not going to be authentic, and Netflix may brunt the backlash from the public because of it. They're just not believable people, and maybe next time, but this one won't be exactly what they want it to be. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I will talk to you later. If you want a reading from me, you know how to contact me. Contact me, ascensionsoulcoaching@gmail.com. Peace, praying for everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.